And welcome back to my YouTube channel and to my Facebook people, followers, and I just got done with my radio show here at Skidmore in Saratoga Springs, New York, upstate New York. And there are some things I would like to bring up to you. I'm trying to mask the best I can with autism. They say that females can mask it better. I'm trying to mask the best way I can. And you want to ask the first question?
Yeah. I mean, you're saying you're masking, right?
Yeah.
When you're with me, Michael, right? Pretend like I'm the camera. I want you to be open, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? And talk about what you want to. Oh, your head's down here?
Yeah.
That's you being yourself with your hands to your side?
I'm trying to relax.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should do this or if I should do that or what.
Yeah, I mean, you could do whatever you want. Whatever you want. Yeah, so
I pinch myself, and that's a stem. That's stimming.
Yeah, that's a stimming. Talk about that.
When I was a little kid in school, I would always do this.
Yeah.
Do that or do that.
And
people didn't know what that was back then.
Yes.
But that was stimming.
Yes,
I always have to do something
and stimming comes in different forms, right? It manifests in different ways, right?
Yeah.
I've seen people with autism that may stim by jumping in place.
Yeah.
I've seen people walk around in circles, right? Yeah. I've seen people maybe.
I used to spin.
Yeah, used to spin.
When I got dizzy.
Yeah.
I got dizzy.
Until you got dizzy.
the whole was spinning around. The whole. You know, I mean,
Would you say after spinning and making yourself dizzy helped you
relax?
It helped you relax?
Yeah, because then I could sit down and then I could close my eyes and it just made me feel better.
Wow.
Something to do with spinning out now.
Yeah. But do you spin now?
That was back when I was a child.
You just spin records now.
Yeah. On my show every Saturday evening.
That's right. When is it? Every Saturday evening?
Yep. And throughout the summer, hopefully I'll be on from 5 to 9. And people, I've been doing this for 11 years now. I'm on my 12th year.
Yeah. And what's the station name?
WSPN 91.1 FM in upstate New York and Saratoga Springs, New York.
That's right.
Skidmore College.
Yes, right here in Skidmore College. That's pretty dope, bro.
So I want to let the whole world know that.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. So, you wanted me to ask you some questions about people in the community.
Yeah.
How they interact with somebody like you.
Yeah.
Give an example.
When I don't know if there's any other psychologists that are watching now or family that has kids with autism, but I want to make something well known to you people. That if you have a child with autism or an adult kid with autism and they have a hard time communicating with other peers, it's not 100% their fault. I want to let you know that it's other people's fault too. The regular, how can I explain?
Atypical.
The atypical person.
Yes. Right?
That does not have autism. They'll look at that person as different and they'll get afraid and they'll back away.
Yes.
And not want to communicate with them. So it's not actually 100% the autism person has a hard time communicating.
It's a two-way street.
Yes.
Right?
Because when I was young, it wasn't just me that had a problem communicating with people. It was people that was afraid of me because they didn't understand me.
Yes.
So they would not communicate with me. I was always like the outsider.
Yeah.
Because I made the initiative to try to make friends, but people won't have anything to do with me. Like my cousins, to this day, they never ask how I'm doing. It's always my brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Friends on Facebook, they ask about my brothers and sisters, never me.
Yeah.
And I was always the outcast, and I never was able to play
and
games.
And that's hurtful.
Yeah. So I just want to let the viewers know that it's not their kid or their adult kid that has that. It's not totally 100% real. They have a problem communicating with people. It's the regular person too that doesn't understand that person.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Right?
Yes, you did.
I want the listeners to know and the viewers to know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's from your perspective. This is a real life perspective of a
I
person.
feel a little bit better knowing that it's not probably 100% their kid.
Yes,
It's the other people out there that probably doesn't understand them.
that's right. And you said something very revealing. The word fear. That word fear. If somebody's scared or they don't know how to interact and they're fearful
There's
of...
so many people that are afraid of me that won't even talk to me.
Yes, and because of that fear, they're not... You feel a certain way because of that fear,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you feel like you're being treated differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The problem is fear. Don't be fearful. Come with people with compassion and love, right?
And that's not the world today. People are just so cold-hearted in this world. They don't understand.
Yeah, it's
You would
hard.
think they would understand more with all the stuff that's out there now.
Yeah, you would think
All
so.
the information, well, they didn't have it back then.
Yeah,
I understand when I was a small kid, they didn't know about Asperger's or autism.
Yeah.
They labeled me as mentally retarded or Down syndrome.
Mhm.
Guys, viewers, do I look like I'm Down syndrome? It's
Yeah.
kind of disgusting. Isn't
well,
it?
nothing against people that are with Down syndrome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, you don't look like a
And I
person
think
with
it's
Down
It's
syndrome.
kind of disgusting knowing that's how I got labeled.
Yeah, because they didn't know any better, a lack of education or maybe negligence.
And to keep my viewers excited, that's another topic I'm going to tell you about my experience at BOCES Special Ed when I was a kid.
Yeah, and that's going to be in a different video.
And I've been through a lot of hell there, the way I got treated, the abuse and everything.
Yeah,
And,
that's unfortunate.
and where I worked for many years at the nursing home,
Yeah.
the way I got treated there, this discrimination, and those will be in my next videos. I had a very hard life with my autism that I had to go through it.
Mm.
And I think people out there should know what I had to go through it.
So what would you say to a person out in the community that you notice that they're treating you differently? What if you were to be honest and candid and open and you know, with your words verbally, what would you say to a person? Would you say, "Excuse me, I'm also a person too"?
Yes,
Something like that?
yes.
Yeah. And you would like to be treated as
Yes.
such? Yeah.
Like for example, when I go out to eat, for example, with Laura, I don't mean to mention people's names, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But with my friends from the cafe,
Yeah.
or my other job coach they used to have,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to mention names here,
That's right. That's right.
and people would always talk to them and communicate with them. It's like they back off with me. So it's not totally me that has the problem of socializing. It's the people out there that look at these people as strange.
Yeah.
And I want people to know that, the viewers.
Yeah. Absolutely. You're trying to educate
And-
people.
And viewers, knowing that I brought this up to your attention, I want you to bring that up to your child psychologist or psychiatrist of the information I gave you and bring it to their attention.
Yeah.
They need, these doctors think it's all the person that has autism. It's not just them. It's the other people that see these people as strange and they are afraid and they back off.
Yes.
And you need to see that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're advocating for a lot of people right now. Do you know that?
So
That
I hear it. I hear
yes.
it.
Through your life experiences.
Yes,
Yes. I see that. I see
I
that.
hear it.
Do you feel like you're being real right now?
Yes, I do.
You're being straight up?
Yes, sir.
I think whenever I'm with Michael, you're real with me.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate about that
Yes.
about that with you.
Yes.
And I have to say, in my experience, you know, with my background, I enjoy being with people that are autistic or with autism on the spectrum because they're real, right? They're straight up,
Yes, sir.
you know? And you may not like a lot of things, just like with anybody else. You may not like something that they said,
Yeah.
but that's okay. They're being real, though.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be ignored.
Yeah, I don't want to be ignored.
And you want to be treated and acknowledged just like any other human being on this planet.
I like to be treated with respect. And
Yes.
I am a person. I didn't get picked to be born this way.
Yeah.
When I was born, there was lack of oxygen to the brain. It took them like 3 to 4 minutes to bring me to life.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that, Nicholas?
No, now you did.
And I'm
I
telling
did
the
not.
viewers that, too.
There we go.
And they thought I was dead, and they had to bring me to life.
Whoa.
My mother told me there were tons and tons of doctors.
Yeah.
And, well, Dr. Downey was the one that delivered. He's dead now. They found him dead in the parking lot
Yeah?
in Albany.
How do you know that information?
My aunt told me.
Oh, your aunt told you?
My aunt told me.
Okay, okay.
He was older back then, but anyways, getting off that subject, that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about
Yeah.
when you were born.
But anyways, there were tons of doctors and nurses around my mother's bed.
Uh-huh.
And they had to bring me to life. They had to put oxygen on.
So you literally came back from the dead?
Yes, if you want to.
What?
Yeah. But I would say that's probably what caused me brain damage, but I don't know. They say autism is hereditary, so I don't know
Yeah.
if that had anything to do with it.
Or maybe it could be both.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I do have other problems too, like my OCD,
Yeah.
and I have minor Tourette's.
Yeah.
I haven't been labeled Tourette's because it's very minor.
Yeah.
When my Tourette's is where I walk around with a smile.
Oh, I see.
I'll laugh for no reason. And sometimes viewers, when I start laughing, I have to go into a closet and let all out
Yeah.
before I go back out, especially when I'm working, because I don't want anybody to see me as a crazy person. Or
Yeah.
I don't want them thinking I'm laughing at them when I'm not laughing at them.
Yeah. You know, I could.
I'm already really sad and depressed knowing that I'm this way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like
Say that again. You're sad and depressed knowing.
I'm this way. I didn't pick to be born this way.
Yeah, you didn't. But would you say?
And I'm not very well liked. I feel I'm not very well liked, and I want to be liked.
Yeah.
I want to be accepted. I want to be liked.
I would say a lot of people that I work with that are with autism, they just want to be accepted and they want to be liked just like anybody else, right?
Yes.
And I think there's social communication obstacles that people with autism face every day,
Yeah.
right? It's like, it's the subtle social cues, right? And you know, maybe laughing inappropriately, right?
Yeah.
You know, and you don't want to be seen that way.
I hate the way I look. I hate the way I talk. I hate the way I am presented.
Yeah.
I just don't like myself right now.
Yes.
I just don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I walk. I don't like my frame. I don't like my hairstyle. I don't like anything about me. I think that's part of autism. People don't like their appearance.
Well, you know,
I
this.
don't like the way I talk.
Yeah. Listen, I hear what you're saying, and I appreciate that you're being very vulnerable and honest at the moment. And that takes a lot of strength what you're doing
I hate
right now.
myself. I want people to like me if I hate myself. If people like me, then maybe I'll feel better about myself.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I hear what you're saying.
I feel like I'm a loser. I shouldn't be feeling that way.
But would you say there's some like comfort in knowing, or I should say accepting the fact that you feel that way about yourself, but you're also looking to become better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Acceptance is always the first step.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think you've been a lot more open with your journey with autism.
Yes. The reason
And
I feel so low about myself because when I was in BOCES, I got
a lot of past memories.
yes.
Yes,
And
a lot of.
I got labeled mentally retarded.
Yeah.
Down syndrome and all that. Thank God for both my parents. They fought for me, and I thank them to this day. And
Beautiful.
They did away with that label,
I love it.
and to this day, I thank them both.
That's beautiful, Michael.
And they did away with that. They fought me and got me into the normal regular school where I was able to get a regular school diploma. If it wasn't for them or Dr. Cassidy at Schenectady,
Yeah.
I would have probably run away in BOCES and a mental institution.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know if you're watching, Father.
Go ahead, say
but
something.
I do thank you for getting me out of that school and
That-
fighting for me to get into the regular school.
That's
I
beautiful.
need to know that.
Yes. Wow, Michael. That's amazing what you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that gave me some tingles, bro. That gave me some tingles. You're keeping it 100, keeping it real right now. Yeah. So,
I could
wait.
cry very easily right now.
It's
I get
a-
very emotional.
Yeah, and crying's okay too, right? We all cry.
Now
And-
I want to make it out into a movie. This is more like a interview type of thing.
Yeah, this is like a short little video.
But I do get very emotional, very, very sad. My eyes water up very fast.
Yeah. And you know what? because of your emotions, that's what makes you a beautiful person. You know that? So you should know that about yourself, right? It's perfectly normal to have emotions, whether the irrational, mixed feelings, or laughing uncontrollably, right? These things.
I can never go to wakes or funerals because I had a laughing problem.
Yeah.
And I don't hate the people that didn't want me to go because I understood why, because of my laughing problem. I didn't like the idea of not going, but I understood why.
Yes.
And I respected that.
Yeah, and you should get the same though. People should understand, or at least try to understand.
You have to look at both ways.
Yes. And it's a two-way street.
Yes.
It comes back to that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what's your final message to anybody out in the community that may come across a person like you with autism?
To please understand the person more and not to write them off. If you're afraid, slowly work your way into getting to know that person before you just write them off. I know, I'm hoping that parents that have little kids or parents that have adult kids, please encourage their friends to make, or people that they're involved with, other kids or adult kids, please encourage those kids to try to get to know your son or your daughter, not to be afraid of that person.
Yes, and don't ignore them, because they're there.
You may end up liking them very much.
Yeah. Say hello.
Say hello. Don't mind them.
Right? Say hello. How's your day going?
A lot of these doctors and psychologists and psychiatrists, they don't look at it that way, and it gets me frustrated. They want to put more on the person has autism, or the autism person has. Yes, that's true, but it's not 100% that.
That's right, and I agree with you. I agree with you. We're all in this together.
Yes, sir.
And it's a two-way street, and it takes two to communicate.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, man.
Show the people around the parking lot of Skidmore. Show them around.
What people? Show them your car?
This is my car. It's a Honda Fit.
Yeah?
I bought it's a 2020.
Yeah?
I love it.
Nice, nice.
Car.
Very nice.
I got in a car accident. You would never know that guy. Remember this?
I do.
You would never know that I had an accident. It's still good.
Well, let's be careful in not showing your license plate numbers, right?
We don't want that.
Yes, we don't want that.
Bring that up.
Absolutely, you got to be safe. But what else? What else? How are you going to close this video out?
I'll be doing more videos, and like I said, the other topics that I brought up earlier that I'm going to talk about will be my future videos.
Yep. And you're going to be making a video soon for Love on the Spectrum.
Yes, because I want to get on that. That's something else that I want to let everybody know about. You want to explain about that?
Yes. I mean, Love on the Spectrum is a great show on Netflix, and it highlights people with intellectual disabilities
and you don't have to fly to another country, so I'm going to give it. I had to turn it down because I thought I had to fly.
No. So, yeah, that was just maybe a miscommunication or misunderstanding. But what they do on the show, they try to find people in your area. It could be in the next state, right? Yeah. And you could set up a date. They set up a date with the people, and, you know, that's pretty much what it is. But it's with people with autism.
Yes, sir.
Or other intellectual disabilities,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Or neurodivergent, which is, you know, a different brain, right? So, yeah, and everybody deserves a shot at love, right, Michael?
Yes, sir. And
would you say you're ready for love?
Yes, I am. Well, I told you who my teenage crush was.
Go ahead, say it again.
Is it all right if I say it?
Yeah, say it.
Are you sure?
Yes, of course.
Who knows, maybe she'll view this. We're going around the world. You never know what
You never know. I mean, you never know that she might see it, yeah.
Well, back in the day when, I fell in love with her when I had a crush on her when she was on The Goodbye Girl back in 1977.
Yeah.
And then when she came on Family, when everybody else was in love with Christine McNicola.
Yeah.
Way back in the 70s. Remember, I'm 58. So I'm talking about when I was young. When everybody was in love with Christine McNicola. Yes, she was a good actress, but that wasn't my teenage crush. Mine was Quinn Cummings.
Quinn Cummings. That's right.
On Family.
That's
And then
right.
She was Lucy McFadden on The Goodbye Girl, and that was my teenage crush.
Yeah.
And I liked her throughout the years.
Yeah.
Because,
And everybody had a crush.
people-
Everybody had a crush,
those
man.
one-time child actors, people don't follow
Yeah.
her, but I did. She got starred in a lot of TV programs. I guess her last acting was back in the early 1990s in Blossom. But I watched her and followed her on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Not on Facebook, but on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I still like her to this day.
That's amazing.
And she's 50, gonna be 50. Well, her birthday's August 13th. Mine is July 31st. But,
Wow.
But,
Are you good at
it's one of
birthdays?
the very- what?
Are you good at remembering birthdays?
Yes, I have a good memory. It's one of the very few people out there in show business I think that I have a lot of respect for.
That's, see,
Very highly of. And
that's
she's
the
not very
operative word.
well-known. She's not one of the very well-known child actors
Yeah.
or celebrities out there because she faded away.
Yeah.
A lot of these one-time people I don't forget because if I like their talent, I remember. I don't know if I'm explaining it right. Maybe I messed up.
And that's fine. Even if you did mess up, so what?
I just like.
Right?
So if I was to find a girlfriend,
Go ahead, tell me.
I would like to find somebody like that.
Yeah?
She's married.
Oh, she's taken,
And
Michael.
I'm happy for her, and I hope it works out for her. She has a child. I think she's in her early
She has a
20s.
family.
No, she has a daughter, and she's in her 20s.
Okay, beautiful.
So I'm gonna let her live her life and move on. Live my life, and
And you're beginning your search for love.
let that be the past.
That's
Move
right.
on.
That's
You
right.
have to move on. Move
That's
on.
right. That's right.
Now I want to live my life. I want to let her live her life and not follow her anymore.
Well, she's gonna live her life regardless.
Yeah. I want to start my journey
That's right.
and live my life now.
That's right. You're living your life.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Mhm.
I respect that.
And I want a girlfriend.
Yes.
And hopefully I'll be able to find one.
And hopefully, well, not hopefully, but we will be making a video very soon where you're gonna be posting, right?
Yeah.
The video that we're gonna be sending to Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And another thing I want to bring up.
Yeah.
How much time do you have?
Well, you're up to 20 something minutes right now in this video.
All right. So, how much time do I have before I start hurting the what you call it in the phone?
No.
won't
You're
remember
fine.
it.
Yeah, you're
I
fine.
don't want to hurt the memory. I don't want to get that thing saying that if
Yeah.
you don't. Get
Well, we're gonna post this right away, then delete the video.
Because if I don't do that, and I get worried if you use too much make a bit.
Yes. Yeah.
Lose the memory.
Well, that's why I told you the time of the video. We gotta, cause
Right, I
the
just-
longer the time, the bigger the video.
Okay, and then you won't be able to download right if it's too long.
Yeah.
Are we safe right now?
We're safe right now, but you
I
gotta
just wanna-
finish.
just
You
wanna
gotta
mention-
finish it
I
up.
just want to mention one thing.
Okay.
When people on autism, and I don't know if my father's going to watch this or not, but I want to bring this up to him too. That when people have autism and they have tempers, not really tempers or outbursts, they're called meltdowns. There's a difference.
Yes.
You want to explain that?
Well, meltdown is a culmination of. Would you say it's a mixed emotions built up inside,
Yes, and you have
and
to
then
let all out and you outburst.
yeah, and during that meltdown, it can be, there's different levels to the
And you can
meltdown.
be very, very mean when you have autism. You go through this, but you don't really mean to be mean.
Yes, but
I know I've been very mean and nasty and rotten.
yes,
I could be the rottenest person around, but I don't mean to be that way.
yeah, but it's because of the meltdown.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen people with autism go through a meltdown, and yes, it could become very negative.
Yes.
And let's not hold it personal against people having meltdowns, especially persons with autism, autistic people. When they're having meltdowns, it's not personal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just something is. Oh God. Does that mean the video has to stop? No, I'm
Yeah, we
joking.
better stop soon for you.
But yeah. But go ahead.
But I just want to let the viewers know that too. So if you have a kid that has a meltdown and they're being disrespectful or they don't mean to be that way. It's just something that we all deal with have an autism.
Yeah, I would say give them.
Please understand that.
Yeah, in understanding that, give them space and let them have the meltdown, because there's only one way to get rid of it, and that's to let it out,
And
right?
If you don't mind me mentioning it,
Mm-hmm.
you have a daughter with,
I do.
and she probably goes through that, so you understand.
Yes, and
firsthand.
I've witnessed it. Yes, and you got to let her or let the person who's having the meltdown let it happen.
But don't hold a grudge against them.
Don't hold a
and
grudge against them.
have
Absolutely.
bitterness toward them.
Yes.
Please understand what they're going
Yeah.
through.
And try to help them through it too, like breathing exercises.
Don't condemn them or put them down or get mad at them.
Yeah, getting mad at the behavior, because then they feel bad about themselves,
Yes.
and we don't want that.
No, please understand and give them comfort and
Yes.
space.
And thank you for that education, Michael.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
want the viewers to know that.
All right.
All right, so make sure you look forward to my other posts.
Yep.
And I hope this is really my first serious post.
Yeah.
And I hope I did a good job explaining to people.
I think you did a great job, Michael.
All right.
All right.
All right, so I'll see you soon, viewers. Bye-bye.